So we know now that the Palestinian preference is towards Joe Biden. But the Jewish vote, on the other hand, is a bit more divided. Polls continuing to show Jewish voters in the United States as overwhelmingly in support of Joe Biden, while American Israeli Jews are still overwhelmingly supporting President Trump. And one such supporter joins us now. Please welcome businessman and founder of Israelis for Trump, Joe Zevuloni. Joe, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, and blessings for another 4 great years, hopefully tomorrow.
All right, well, so what are the issues most important to you in this election then?
Well, there are many issues, but first of all, the Palestinian Authority, of course, is very excited about, the scenario that possibly somehow Joe Biden will become the next president, but they're not the only ones. They're obviously very happy because finally they can have more funds now to support terrorist families like they have been doing with U.S. aid. And that is despicable, it's reprehensible, and should not be tolerated. But they're not the only ones excited, Aaron, I must tell you. The Ayatollahs in Iran can't wait for Biden to come back and become now a president where he was vice president. They missed $150 billion that the Obama administration funded them with. They missed the $1.8 billion in cash that was dropped over to them. Look, Joe Biden not only sold America to China, and everybody knows that, and to Ukraine, and whoever, has the highest bid, but he's going to turn this country, the United States, into a socialist country. I'm not just saying that. If you take a look at the stream from the radical left that is taking over the Democratic Party, you have, Congresswoman AOC, along with Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar. They are the driving force behind the Democratic agenda today. They want to turn this country, this great country, into a socialist country. This is why they are not going to win. This is why the Latinos here in America are overwhelmingly today support President Trump. I don't believe the polls. I don't believe what the media is telling us. I see it on the streets. And as you can see, I founded a movement called Israelis for Trump. President Trump has been the greatest friend to Israel ever recorded in history of this country and in the history of the Jewish nation. He not only recognized Jerusalem as the eternal capital of the Jewish nation and the capital of the state of Israel, he also recognized the Golan Heights as a strategic, undivided part of Israel. He also done away with the Palestinian aid, which is used for terrorist activities. And for that, I am prioritizing my vote for our president.
Well, so Joe, so I understand, of course, your point of view that you're bringing to us right now. So why do you think that there's such a division then between the Israeli Jewish voter and the American Jewish voter?
Look, I don't think there's a division. I think
a difference of opinion, rather, you could say.
Well, I don't. Well, let's talk tachlis. Let's talk the truth here, okay? The media is not going to report to you exactly what's going on the street. I see what goes on the street because I engage with people. I speak to people, both Jews, Christians, Latinos, women, LGBT, and there is a very, very big movement to leave the Democratic Party and join President Trump because they also see the anti-Semitic attacks in this country. They're not coming from the right. They are coming from the left. Take a look at Antifa. Take a look at all the riots and everything else, burning down cities. What cities are those? Those are Democratic-ran cities. Those I don't call them protesters. They're rioters. They're lawbreakers. They're criminals. Some of them are even terrorists. Even President Trump labeled Antifa as a terrorist organization. Those same radicals are the same ones supporting Joe Biden. So a vote for Joe Biden is a vote for the radical left, is a vote for terrorists, is a vote for radical mayhem that is going to be caused in this country. I say,
so Joe, I have to ask you, how did you?
Americans is more like 50-50.
So I have to ask, how did you, an Israeli American, become so involved to the point that you've started this Israelis for Trump movement?
I have been so sick and tired of the crucifixion and the unbelievable and unacceptable persecution of this president, of this great president. For 3.5 years, the media has been saturated with Russia, Russia, Russia. The Russian hoax based on a fake dossier paid for by the Clinton campaign. No one, even after his name was cleared through the U.S. Senate, came back and said, you know what, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, we apologize. Nobody did that. So I wanted to make sure that our community stands up with the president, that is real for America, that is the best friend America ever had, the best advocate for America. You know, where Obama apologized for America, Donald Trump stands up for America.
All right, well,
Donald Trump stands up for our veterans, for our military, for our police. And that is the right way as a Jew, as an American citizen, as a father, as a businessman. That is the right choice, is to vote for Donald Trump.
All right, Joe Zevuloni, strong words ahead of Election Day. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. God bless for another 4 great years. Trump 2020.